You're telling me Korea has a Dunkin' Donuts? I wanted to try here is a Korean corn dog, but I couldn't find one anywhere.
Mikayla Nogueira just offended the Korean community. Let's talk about it. This is Rich Labs with the hottest celebrity news on YouTube. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, she recently went to Korea, and a lot of fans were excited to see their influencer see Korea through her eyes. Especially when many Koreans find it hard to travel back to the homeland because it's so expensive nowadays. So to see her there, Mikayla Nogueira, and she's trying Dunkin' Donuts and not wanting to eat Korean food because she doesn't like it, it leaves people thinking like, is it Korean food gross? And when the brand that flew her there takes her to a dinner of Korean food, she doesn't even try any of the Korean food. And it makes people feel like it was disrespectful, and she was trying on Korean outfits.
You're telling me Korea has a Dunkin' Donuts? I wanted to try here is a Korean corn dog, but I couldn't find one anywhere. I guess it's not actually popular in Korea. This market seemed to be way more authentic. The amount of luxury stores in Korea is insane.
I get it. You're not well traveled. Neither am I. I've never been to Korea, and I'm happy you got the experience to go to Korea and experience their culture. But it's the way that some Americans travel to different countries and can't believe that they're better than the US or that they have more than the US. She couldn't believe that there was a Dunkin' Donuts there. She was shocked that she couldn't find a Korean corn dog that we have here in America, and that the market that she went to was more authentic and traditional. I don't think you can find a Korean market in Korea that caters to the American culture. Her souvenir from Korea, out of all things, is designer shoes. Going to Korea, to any other country, and making your souvenir something that's designer is absolutely wild to me. But also, it's the way that she went to Korean barbecue, had the full experience, had the full spread, and only ate steak and rice and said, well, I'm a picky eater. A Korean beauty influencer just shared her thoughts about Mikayla visiting Korea, and Mikayla blocked that creator. And I agree with what that influencer said. You know, Mikayla is walking around the streets of South Korea in their traditional attire, but she's really not immersing herself in the culture at all. Because apart from the Korean fried chicken that she tried and the steak that she ate at the Korean barbecue place, she didn't really try anything else. She went to Shake Shack and she went to Dunkin' Donuts. And her entire vlog in Korea about Korea was just very tone deaf in the way that she couldn't believe that Korea had some of these things. I would imagine, just like any normal person, if you are visiting another country, you're gonna do your research on that country. But this wasn't a trip that she decided to pay for herself. It was a huge brand that flew her out and paid for her entire trip. So I'm not surprised.
And living her Korean life, and whenever she said that her souvenir that she's taking home from Korea was a pair of Hermes sandals, what, $800 sandals that she can buy here in the States. Like, why not get something from like a temple or a church or something meaningful from a priest or an artwork or something like that, a painting from a local artist in Korea? Like, that would have been such a good thing. But with that being said, I don't understand why it was a disconnect with Mikayla. It's almost like she was purposely trying to offend the Korean community, and a lot of people were really upset to the fact that she even blocked some Korean bloggers when they called her out about it.
To you why I got blocked by one of the largest beauty content creators here on TikTok. At least I think this is the reason why. I'm not sure. Let me start by saying I understand why she blocked me, because I was pretty petty. This content creator, I'm not going to say her name, you're probably going to figure it out when you watch this. She started making content about Korean things a couple of months ago, and she went to H Mart and she called it an Asian market, which kind of pissed me off because it's a Korean market. She started doing like Korean snack content and Korean skincare content, and I get it. Korean stuff is very popular right now. But please remember, I am 41, almost 42, and I grew up in the US, in the South, in the 80s and 90s, and being Korean was not cool. Korean food was not cool. Going to Korea was not cool. Korean makeup wasn't cool. I wasn't cool. It just wasn't cool to be Korean. But regardless, it was kind of fascinating to see a huge content creator go super hard on Korea. And then I find out why. She is doing huge brand partnerships with Korean brands. And then she announces that she is going to Korea, which at first I was a little jealous, I'm not gonna lie. In Korea, we call it 엄마의 which means like motherland. And I have not been able to go in 20 years. I don't have family there. And if I do, I don't know who they are or where they are. I was still also excited because I wanted to see Korea through Mikayla's eyes. As somebody who seems not very cultured and is from a small little Massachusetts town, like she says, I was just kind of excited to see a huge creator go to Korea and show her followers how amazing Korea is, especially in AAPI month. The first thing I noticed was that the brand that invited her to the trip took her to Korean barbecue, and she did not eat the Korean barbecue. She ate white rice and marinated steak. I couldn't even call the food the right names. I just feel like it was very disrespectful, but I was like, okay, that's fine. I mean, I did write on there, if I was going to Korean barbecue, I would have eaten everything in my sight, but I understand she's a very picky eater, but just don't say that then. Don't film it and put it out into the world that you're not going to eat Korean food. What does that say to your followers? That Korean food is gross to you? And then she went to Dunkin' Donuts, Shake Shack, and Subway in Korea. I understand it's cool to look at American restaurants in Asian countries, but you're not getting the full experience. You are literally running around in a Korean hanbok and you're not eating the food. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I think the reason why she ultimately blocked me was I asked her when she went to go get a burger in Korea, she said the best burger in Korea. Like, who fucking looks up the best burger in Korea? I mean, I said burger in Korea, ? Why would you get a burger in Korea? Side eye emoji. The last day she was there, the brand took her to a 10-course Korean traditional meal. She didn't eat anything. She just sat there, like, while people were eating. My halmoni would have beat the crap out of me with a spoon if I did not eat the food that people put in front of me, especially a company that paid you to go to Korea. But why would you film that? Why would you let your 15 million followers know that Korean food is beneath you and that you're not going to eat it? Even if you're picky, just don't film that. You can go to Korea and film other things besides not eating the food in Korea. It just triggered me because it reminded me of the time when I was 8 years old and I went on a field trip and my dad packed Korean kimbap and kimchi, and I got called kimchi breath for 3 months because of it. She basically made Korean food seem disgusting in my eyes. And maybe that is just how I feel. I don't represent Korean people. My lived experiences are different from everybody else. She made Korea seem fun, but she blocked me because I said that. I don't know. I just felt like really let down by her. You can block me, but obviously I hit a nerve and you know it. I have a 9-year-old that is very picky with food and I get it, but I'm also not filming what she eats and what she doesn't eat and putting it all over the internet. If people are gonna say that I bullied her by making comments on her TikTok, no, I didn't. I was holding her accountable because I always feel like you should make your feelings known. So that is why she blocked me. That is what happened. Super, super petty, and I got the block and I'm okay with it. This is my finished look. I just got a puppy today, so I'm gonna go play with my puppy.
Instead of saying, hey, you know what? Let me take a step back. I don't agree with what you're saying, but maybe I'm missing something here, because if you're telling me this and you've been following for a while and you're a Korean blogger, maybe there's something I missed. Maybe let me take a step back and reevaluate the situation and do it that way. But for just to block them, I think that was extremely rude. Now, I've made it this far in the video. Drop a heart emoji in the comments down below. And I do want to say this to further on with like my point before we go any further, right? I do want to say, wait, where's that? Is it up here? I was going to show you guys something and I totally forgot what it was. Hold please. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the first ever Skims t-shirt. This is the boyfriend t-shirt from Skims. I actually really like it. I picked it up at Nordstrom's and I'll link it down below in the YouTube shop. It hugs the body real nice. And with that being said, like it just feels comfy and I'm not mad at it. And I thought I wouldn't like it, but I picked it up today and I actually really like the Skims by Kim Kardashian shirt. Like it's kind of stretchy and stuff, but anyways, I like the shirt. I wish it was more like more Nior, more darker, because it's kind of like a faded black. But other than that, I do like it. So I'll link it down below. It's Rich Luxury approved. I fought it for a long time, but I was like, let me bite the bullet, and it's the quality for me. And then all over my face, I'm wearing the Milani Cheek Bronzer as foundation. I'll link that below in the YouTube shop. Okay, anyways, now that I got that out of the way. Oh, since I have you here, can we talk about Too Faced? They sent me 3 new lippies that they're coming out with. And I have it right here. And since you're here, if you love makeup, leave a lipstick emoji in the chat down below if you made it this far in the video. We're gonna talk about this, they're pushing this hard. This is the Too Faced Cosmetics Hangover Pillow Balm. I think they're coming for Charlotte Tilbury. They sent me 3 shades. And what I find interesting about this new extension is that on the box, it literally says, okay, let me read it to you. It literally says, infused with mineral-rich stardust. It says that. Ultra hydrating, lip nourishing, lip treatment. It also says you can wear it to bed as a lip treatment. That's what it says on here too. So here's the shade Vanilla, and I'm just gonna give it a swatch for you guys. Now I tried it on. It is cooling, and let me see, here's it's like a light sheer with it's like a golden with little reflex of like gold. I like that one, I'm not mad at it. And then we're gonna have a shade, let me see, this one is gonna be called Crush. Here we go, Crush is pretty cute too. And they all smell different. They all smell different, which is actually pretty nice. The first one smells like vanilla, duh. This one smells like some type of cherry. There you go. And I was like, okay, Too Faced, I'm telling you, to have 3 different lippies, 3 different scents, 3 different colors, that's some money behind it. Then you got stardust, real stardust inside of it. Oh, it smells so good, it's like peppermint. And then here's this one right here, I'm gonna put this on. There you go. So there's all 3. There's 1, 2, and 3. I think that this is interesting because it doesn't know what it wants to be, okay? It is the brand new shades of your favorite nourishing hyaluronic infused balm. That's what it says right here, I'm reading it. I got this in PR, so thank you, Too Faced. It also says, use pillow balm as a lip mask overnight. You have real stardust in here. You want me to use it at night as a lip balm, lip treatment, hyaluronic acid, it's plumping. It's like, it's doing a lot. I don't necessarily know if I want my lips to be plump at night while I sleep. Like, no one's gonna see it. That makes sense. But it's cute. I like it. And for the sake of the video, I'll put on this one right here, which is vanilla. Okay? And there you go. Very sheer. And I'll even like go over it with the shade Crush, and I'll put some on here because I don't want to like mix it and dip it in there. And we'll dab a little bit on there. Okay, all right. There you go. Not mad at it. Anyways, guys, I just want to show you guys. Thank you for sending me that. Thank you. So, Mikayla has not responded. She's blocking people who have anything to say about it. She has yet to even address any of the concerns that her Korean fans are having with her trip to Korea. She's just ignoring it all. Ignore, deny. It's no sense of accountability. And I'm almost thinking to myself, is Mikayla Nogueira like a narcissist or something? Like when I start piecing it together, I'm like thinking like, could Mikayla Nogueira be a narcissist? Like I do see like patterns of behavior where she could be. And like, I don't want to sit here and like misdiagnose someone or whatever, but like maybe she's not 100% narcissist, but then like she has narcissistic tendencies, but not just 1 or 2. Because I believe everyone has narcissistic tendencies, 1, 2, or 3. But when you keep seeing so many patterns of behavior and you're just like, what is this behavior? And it's only getting worse and it's fueled by like money and fame and greed. And I don't understand it. And I'm looking at Mikayla and what's going on and I'm thinking like, I think she might be a narcissist. But anyways, doesn't matter what I think about all this drama in the comments down below. You folks let me know what you think about it. This is Rich Lush with the hottest tea on YouTube.